DC's highly anticipated Wonder Woman movie comes to theaters on June 2nd, and in that movie, Wonder Woman rocks an Amazonian warrior braid. So in today's tutorial, I'm going to teach you how to do that braid on yourself. The gist of this braid is that it's pretty much a fishtail braid, although there's a little bit of a difference from a normal fishtail. First, start by sectioning your hair from in front of your ears up to the top of your head. Split this section in half down the center of your head, and start with the first two steps of a fishtail braid. That means first, break off a small section from the outside of the left half of hair, and drape it over to the inside of the right half of hair where you'll join it into that half. Then also break off a small section from the outside of the right half, bring it over and add it to the inside of the left half of hair. Now in a normal fishtail braid, the next step would be to pick up some new hair from the left side of the braid and use that as the section that is added to the inside of the right half. However, instead we're going to go over to the right side of our head, pick up some new hair here next to the braid, and then pass that section underneath the forming braid. Then add this to a little bit of hair from the outside of the left braid strand and join to the inside of the right strand. Pick up some new hair from the left side of your head, pass it under the braid, add it to a little bit of hair from the outside of the right half, and join all of that to the inside of the left strand. Keep repeating this process down your head. Pick up new hair from the right side of your head, pass it under the braid, add to some hair from your left braid strand, and join into the inside of the right strand. Then pick up new hair from the left side of your head, pass it under the braid, add to some hair from the right braid strand, and join to the inside of the left strand. The reason we're doing it this more complicated way instead of the normal French fishtail way is because in the movie, Diana's braid sits on top of her head like a Dutch fishtail braid would, but the cross-hatching pattern of the fishtailing is a downward arrow, as in a French fishtail. Thus, doing this pass-under technique helps you get the form of a French fishtail, but sitting on top of the head like a Dutch fishtail. Also, this pass-under adds a little bit more friction to the style, which is really useful if your hair is slippy and prone to loosening from braids. The added friction will also enable us to pancake the braid later to make it look thicker. When you've added in all the rest of the free hanging hair on your head and your braid is now at your neck, continue fishtail braiding normally to the ends. Do this behind your head until you can't reach lower anymore, and then gently bring the braid forward over your shoulder to finish it. Notice how when you bring it over your shoulder, the underneath of the braid is now facing forward. So to finish the braid in the same pattern without any weird bumps and kinks, you'll need to switch to a Dutch fishtailing technique, where you bring the strands from the outside underneath the braid to join to the other half, rather than over the top. When you reach the ends, tie off with a hair tie. Finally, to make the braid look thicker and a little more textured and lived in, slightly tug on little bits of the outside of the braid. Don't grab whole strands and pull, but just little bits of hair so that the strands are widened. This is called pancaking or fluffing a braid. Once you've got the braid to your desired thickness, you're all done. You're now ready to go out and slay with your Wonder Woman warrior braid. If you liked this tutorial and want to see more, I have a lot more videos for hairstyles from fantasy and sci-fi franchises, so click on over to my YouTube channel and consider subscribing. And if there's anything you'd like to see that I haven't done, leave a comment below and tell me. I really appreciate you stopping by and hope to see you again.